Professor of Political Science at the University of North Texas, and joins us this morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So these two men basically are alone during this meeting right now, and we're just translators in the room, and we're going to have a news conference, and they're going to come out and tell us exactly what it was that they discussed. What do you think are going to be some of the key points?
Well, I think that there are several key issues that divide the Russian Federation and the United States, including Syria, North Korea, Russia's occupation of the Crimea, and also the New START talks, the strategic arms reduction talks.
Yeah. Do you think this meeting's just, some people are saying it's just for show, or do you think real progress will come out of it?
I think that John Huntsman, the ambassador of the Russian Federation from the United States, said it best is that this is not a summit. In fact, it's more of a get-together.
A get-together. Yeah, that sounds so friendly.
That one should not expect much to come from this. They've already ratcheted down expectations.
Okay. And this meeting comes just, several days after the Justice Department accused 12 Russian military intelligence officers of hacking into Democratic accounts, releasing stolen information, all this concerning the 2012 election. How tough do you think, I think people are expecting Trump to stand up to Putin, to say something about this, to ask what he knew, to denounce it. How tough do you think Trump's really going to be in this meeting, if it's really more a meet and greet, if you will?
I don't think he'll be tough at all.
Right.
I think that he's made it quite clear that what's more important is maintaining a good relationship with Russia to solve some of the problems that he has identified as strategically important in the United States, and this is more of an annoyance, I think, for him. So I don't think he'll bring it up at all.
And coming after NATO, where we saw somewhat of a shakeup there, where there are a lot of U.S. allies are wondering now if they're U.S. allies,
right, and
really seeing where Trump's loyalty stands. Do you think we'll have a clear picture where Trump's loyalty stands after this meeting, at least when it comes to Putin?
Well, I don't think you're going to have like a buddy-buddy shot. I think that the President Trump wants to create a better relationship with Russia.
Yeah.
But again, I think he's identified that Europe, as well as China and Russia, are all trade competitors. And so I think when he was speaking about the European Union as a foe, is more in terms of a trade foe as opposed to a strategic foe. However, I'm not exactly sure what the President means by what he says all the time, but that could be one of the ways you interpret it.
And it could change day to day too. But it really does seem like trade is really what Trump is focusing in right now.
Yes.
And do you think a lot of strategy, because I know, from the past, Putin goes into a meeting with a lot of strategy.
Yes.
And sometimes he will even find ways to make whoever it is that he's meeting feel uncomfortable at times. Do you think a lot of strategy is going into this meeting? Oh,
yes. President Putin is notorious for being overly prepared for any meeting he has with a world leader.
Right.
He doesn't shoot from the hip. Everything is carefully calculated, and we'll see how this turns out. On the other hand, President Trump tends to pride himself on his spontaneity. They can't be more different in terms of their styles.
All right, we will see. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you for having me.